YouTube. Hey everyone, this is Brandon, and I'm telling you a blog. This is my other blog about pretty much my dad. As many of you know, he was set up for murder, robbed a bank, and he is currently serving 15 years in prison. If you need more details about that, email me, I can tell you. Just look at my MySpace page about it. Um, I can go into detail so much with what he did and how he traumatized my entire family, including myself. Um, well, pretty much what happened was him and my mother were doing good. They owned their own business, and it was stressful. I was younger. Everyone was younger. This was back 2002, 2003, and my dad made the poor mistake of choosing drugs over his family, and pretty much he started doing drugs. He kicked my mother, myself, and my siblings out of the house. We were homeless, and so we were put on housing, and thanks to those people, I appreciate them. I don't remember their names, or I would give them credit, but I don't remember their names right now. I might be able to put it in the detail, but thanks to them. Oh, it's called Partners in the Housing, by the way. But thanks to them, we had a house. And I don't know about you guys that are homeless out there or anything like that. Just to let you know, there is help. And I mean, it really does work. I mean, it's a house. It wasn't the best house, but you know what? It was a lot better than living on the streets, having to live in a van, things like that. But back to my story. My dad kicked my family out of his house, so we were living on the streets, and then finally we moved in our. Matter of fact, before we moved in our house, I live with my uncle. You know, he helps me and my family. He supports us. And so after that, we got our house. Meanwhile, this whole time this is going on, my dad is just doing drugs. Has all his crackhead buddies over there in his house and everything. And he's just having a good time. You know, not caring about my family or I. And eventually, after a while, since if you guys do know, you know, you do drugs, you're gonna get addicted, right? Well, duh, everyone knows that. If you don't, FYI. Okay, so he was hooked on, I believe it was crack, maybe crystal meth. I think it was a little bit of both, but he was hooked on these drugs, right? And the drug dealer that he got his drugs from, my father was in debt, a lot of money, 100 G's maybe. Anyways, my dad can't afford that money, so he goes ahead and robs his own bank. Doesn't think. He robs it with his mother's car. I mean, the people pretty much knew who it was the whole time. And when my dad got caught, went to jail for that. And in the meanwhile, after that, maybe it was before that, I don't remember. This was 2003, don't forget. Um, people, supposedly, people set my father up for murder. And someone was killed in my house. The body was put in my crawl space, and the body was not found until it was like a month because the entire neighborhood would call the police, call the whoever checks that out, a hazard scene, hazard people, you know, whoever. So they came out because they thought it was dirty. They thought it was just dirty diapers, which it wasn't. So they come out and they find this individual that was murdered. And since my father's father owns the house, my dad, since he was the renter at the time, was the current suspect. And man, these police, these investigators, they tried and tried and tried to get him, but they didn't have enough evidence to convict him of the murder. So my dad got I believe it was 14 years prison for bank robbery. And I asked him the other day. I was like, okay, I told him, Dad, why did you choose drugs over family? Why were they more important than us? You wanna know what his answer was? This is what he told me. And don't forget, this happened in 2003. The current year is 2009. He told me that stress was a big factor, and because he took his parents for granted. Sorry, I can't say that word. And it makes me think out there, okay? How many of you kids out there, not even kids, how many of you people out there in America, China, wherever you come from, how many of you guys use people like that? It's not right. And I don't know if you believe in this or you don't believe in this, but me personally, I believe in karma. And you do bad deeds, you get bad deeds done to you. That's just how it is. You do something good, you get something good to happen to you in life. So, whatever with that. And it made me think about it. Because he was selfish. Because he took them for granted. Because he doesn't know his real parents. And it makes me think about it. People out there who take people for granted, it's not right. And you really shouldn't be taking people for granted, doing things like that, because it doesn't get you anywhere in life. I mean, look at my father, for instance. He's locked up. He's been locked up 6 years. He has trauma to my entire family, including myself. I have, you know, shyness problem around girls. I don't talk very much. I'm very, very intimate. Not, in a gay, whatever. I'm not. I'm straight. But because of what he did has made me a very, very, very strong person, both mentally and physically. And what I'm just trying to say is, people out there who take people for advantage, dude, it's not right. I don't care who you are, because it's not gonna get you anywhere in life. You are you. You are you. You are soon to be or a grown person. You should be able to take responsibility of your own actions. If you do something bad, there's gonna be consequences. You do something good, there's rewards. So I'm telling you guys out there, just think about taking people for granted. Think about think about all of it, and think about my dad. All he's doing is sitting in jail, sitting there every day, thinking about what happened, how he chose his family, how he chose drugs over his family. And I tell you one thing, it hurts me every single day to see my mom be a single mom of 7 kids. I have to watch them all. I am like their father. I have more responsibility than I'd say most teens out there in the United States of America. And it hurts. I have a lot of pain, frustration, and anger. But you know what? I'm gonna go to counseling, and I'm gonna get help. So please, people out there, in America, wherever you're watching this video, if you are going to take someone for granted, think about the consequences, because you know what? It's not right. It's not right. Well, this is Brennan. You've been watching my blog, myspace.com/punaholics for life. Thanks.